This is computer-generated chess problem 00607 by Chesthetica. In this position, white is actually down by about 3 Shannon points, the approximate value of a bishop or knight. And black happens to have 2 queens. White's 2 pieces on a2 and b4, the bishop and the knight, are also in a precarious position, surrounded by black pieces. There's actually a mate in 4 here, and I will now show you the solution and some analysis. So as you can see, there are 2 ways basically for white to win, and the other moves kind of draw. You might have noticed that the knight can capture the queen on c2, for instance. But the solution runs as follows: queen to d5, check. Now here, if black were to play king to b6, then white wins with rook to b7, checkmate. The a6 square is being defended by the knight on b4. So black's only move here is king captures b4. So by playing queen to d5 earlier, white is sacrificing the knight on b4. So now white is effectively 6 Shannon points or 2 minor pieces down. That's equivalent to a rook and a pawn. So in a position like this, calculation is everything. If you make a mistake, the game is over. So now white proceeds with queen to d4 check. Now here, if black tries to intervene with, let's say, queen to c4, then white simply wins with queen captures c4, checkmate. Notice how the queen on a3 and the rook on a5 block black's escape squares. So black is forced to move back to b5. White plays rook to b7, check. Black can escape to c6 or a6. If black moves to c6, white wins with queen to b6 mate. And if black moves his king to a6, white also wins with queen to b6 or even queen to a7, checkmate. There's also an alternative variation here. For example, black could play rook to c7. This takes 5 moves instead of 4. This skewers the king against the queen on c2. Black plays king to b5. White continues with queen to d7, let's say. The king captures the knight, as before. Queen to d4 check. King moves back to b5. And similar to earlier, rook to b6 check. And whichever side the king escapes to, is queen to b6 mate. But just to show you the main line again, queen to d5 check, sacrificing the knight, king captures b4, queen to d4 check, the king moves back to b5, rook to b7 check, the king escapes either to a6 or c6, let's say c6, and queen to b6 mate. Notice that the square d5, which would have been black's only escape square, is guarded by the bishop on a2. So it's a very precise win, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.